Lightning defense. Burns with a nice bounce pass to Edwards. He was 50% from downtown, and he tickles the twine for the opening bucket of the game.
He showed us early.
And wow, both teams cold early from downtown. A similar story from what we saw Thursday night. Edwards throwing down the hammer.
Whoa, that was in full stride. We have to see that one again. Beautiful pass. Watch it.
Both teams again struggling to shoot here early, 28.6% and 25% between the Lightning and the Express respectively. Trying to change that up right away here though is Burns.
I love that play. Just driving and pushing it hard to the hoop till the defender stops you. Nobody came to double team. And once they did, he just used a reverse to put it in.
And as I was mentioning earlier, as Garth pulls up the three and hits nothing but nylon here, he actually played 6:30 remaining in the opening quarter. Getting a look at Jamarin Jackson, and Jamarin Jackson, I love the name, hits the three from the near wing.
Guards out there, right? Adams, Burns, and Noble right now. This is Lard down low against White. What's he going to do with that? Yes.
Well, he went right after White. I think he's trying to say, I'm too big for this guy right now as he went back up the court.
Well, it's good play by London. White's already got a foul or two, right? So try to get him in foul trouble early.
See Tanner Stuckman on the court. He had a great playoff performance for the Express as Jackson goes after the glass and banks it off the window.
Terrific stretch at the end to prevent the block.
Pink kicks of Latin Davis, who's on the court right now. It's Stuckman with the ball. Temporarily gives it to Jamarin Jackson.
Oh, that's a terrific crossover.
A sweet crossover move in Latin Davis with a little swagger.
A little Latin swing there.
That's already number one, and we're in game two. Jackson near corner three. It's a nylon ripper. Rebounds, assists, field goal percentage. I mean, what more do you want from the guy?
Honestly, he's one of the all-time players in this league.
There's Tanner Stuckman. The one-hand floater is good. He's another gentleman that played actually all 24 games last year for the Express. Nobody on the Express and nobody on the Lightning, for that matter, could say that. Isom near corner three, and that's the first, hopefully, of many in 2023. Yes. Bad pass intercepted by Thomas, who should push it up the court to Edwards, who had Isom, who's actually going to clean up the garbage and put it in anyway.
One more dribble, or he could have, but he was wide open lane. We got to dunk it if it's wide open like that.
Tanner Stuckman,
nice.
Hand down, man down, Burns Marique Isom.
I said last year I liked his game already. He's not flashy. He's just Mr. Solid fundamental guy.
Thanks for tuning in to NBLC.TV. Here's the Canadian Marcus Audie. Nice move to get around Jackson and attacks the rack. From downtown, White step back three, grazes the cylinder. Then he picks the pocket, and he's got the rocket underneath his sneakers.
That's usually a low percentage play, but that time no foul call. It was a clean pick, and he had an easy putback.
Billy White, that was downright sneaky. Here's Thomas with the response. Lays it off the square. Native who skip, almost lost it.
Yeah, he's very disruptive.
Burns, a little 11-on-11 action, kicks it into the corner. Alita, who had 9 points and multitude of threes in his NBLC.
Last year, I think he can get anywhere on the floor he wants. Just needs to make good decisions after that.
Burns now has 6 points. Check that, he has 7, I apologize. As Claiborne finally muscles his way in, exactly like the assistant coaches were instructing him to do on the previous play. Still saying it went off of the Express 11. Now it'll be the Lightning 11, and Burns inbounding to Edwards, left open in the corner, and he burns Claiborne. A team known as the Dynamo, where he then shot 41.8% from downtown. That boggles my mind as Thomas muscles in two. Two times they won a championship, came on consecutive occasions, so they're due again this year, John.
Yeah, what'd you call it again? A mix for 6 or something?
Well, that's right. They had the social media drive for 5, as you see Nick Gart drive towards 2 points. And, you know, you got to get a 6 or what? In the mix for 6, something like that.
Yeah, I like the slogan. Yeah,
for a guy that doesn't have a phone, you know a lot about social media, John.
Oh, my
as Alita dials it up again from downtown. That's his second 3 ball of the game. Picks up the loose change. Doug Plum's encouraging his team to push it up the court. Burns, 3 ball, good.
It's contagious, right, the shooting.
At the official, I'd be looking at my hands of the cylinder right now. Alita to Isom, 3 ball, rattles down.
On fire right now. Everyone shooting for London Lightning is feeling it.
back here, down by 18 on the road. Receives the ball from Reyes, scoops it over to Claiborne. Beautiful pass to Garth.
Pass.
Great apple by Claiborne. Playing for the Express last year and this year, played for the Bugaya Sporting Club of the Basketball Africa League as Alida, who plays for a nation in Africa and Egypt, nails another 3-ball. So 4:15 now left here in the second quarter of play, as the East Preston, Nova Scotia native will leave it there for a fellow Canadian, and Mike Nuja. Nuja trying to get around the defender in Reyes, and he gets the 2 points.
Kept his dribble alive.
Reyes watched by Nuja, pass to White. Perimeter passing, leaves Khalees open for the 3. And you know what? Once everybody on the court.
Great possession that time. Great ball rotation. Tons of time to shoot that ball.
And tons of time to come back into this game despite the lead slowly starting to increase for the home squad. Thomas, a response 3, book it. To below the numbers
you
this
noticed that. You're a fashionista guy, so of course you would notice that.
Well, you're wearing the nice fancy shirt
well,
here. Is Lard's going to rattle this one in?
Keep up with the trend here, man. Just a little too much. Referee called, and the shot clock gets reset.
Khalees stuck on his pivot foot, pump fake 3 times, and I guess they say 3 times a charm for a reason.
Okay. Worked that time for sure. They're just trying to keep it close.
Burns
or just a blow by.
Just goes into 5th gear around Billy White, and you can see Billy in franchise history since 2016. As Burns to an open Thomas, he was wide open underneath the basket.
Is the defender.
Garth, 3-ball, bang! They're gonna need a lot more of that in the second half, down 22. Hopes up.
Alida working so hard on Stuckman, not give him anything to sniff anything inside.
Garth in the corner, and to be honest with you, I thought Thomas clipped him there.
Didn't get his feet set.
Icing 2 of 5 from downtown so far in this game. Tanner Stuckman, turnaround Jay, hits nothing but nylon, and now Stuckman has 6 points in the game. No call, the other way comes the Express in transition. The big to Stuckman, the reverse underneath the hoop works, and Thomas never got back in
the first half. They only got the foul line 2 times.
Nuja to Lard. Missed the original dunk, but you know, sometimes it doesn't always rebound, leaves it for Burns.
This is what I like. I think Burns is developing into that floor leader, the team captain.
Pulling up the 3 and dialing up from long distance.
Exactly. Of course, who was the starter for the point guard, but he's really coming into his own in this second game.
Played with the Austin Spurs and the Maine Celtics of the G League, as Claiborne, the LSU Alexandria product, gets the 2 points underneath the basket.
He's playing a lot more minutes here, but nobody out. The 3-pointer again.
Back to back jacks from Jordan Burns.
Great screen by Claiborne.
Lead here with 5:15 remaining in the third quarter of play. Latin Davis tries to go after Audie, steps back with the floater and drops it into the pool. He hits the front of the cylinder.
Who's on the floor?
Isom battling for the ball. Burns, he's hot, and he gets another one. On fire. Express defense then, because Jordan's been all over him. Claiborne to Stuckman. That was a nice extra pass by Claiborne.
Personal.
Yeah, it seemed like a little too many personal lines were crossed on Thursday night.
Exactly. That's what I was sort of bragging on about Terry Thomas earlier. Like, why?
The defensive mismatch. What are they? 0.7%. London's 13 of 30. That's 43.3%. As Edwards. Recycling day was Friday. Home opener loss. Who was the leading scorer for the River Lions in that game?
Oh, I know. Logan Stutz.
That is correct. As Edwards, peanut butter and jams this one in, but lost 129-116. They're currently shooting 40.3% here on the road, and they're down with just 66 points to show for themselves. Nuja for 3. Year at Kent State, and then a year at UNLV. Quite an NCAA JUCO career in his collegiate basketball.
Well, I'm thinking that every time it seems to be to a bigger program.
Cool down a little bit. Latin Davis, shoulder shrugs off Nobles, gets love off the rim, and he'll get 2 points as a result. It's a basketball game, folks, but not much of one since the second quarter onward.
Well, this fourth quarter is a dearth of scoring, right? Still stuck at 101 in the mid-70s. Well, you know, a lot of the subs are playing for London. They're getting some quality playing time here.
It's weird because Windsor started off, and that will do it. On your Saturday evening, the London Lightning prevail 105-83. Lightning win. After starting off the 2023 season 0-1, they get back to the winning ways and find themselves at the 500 mark.